Hi there, my name's Kevin Mitchell. I'm the trainer in the Northern region for Training Ventures New Zealand. We have trainers throughout the country and we deliver courses on ag vehicles, four-wheel drives, grow safe and what have you. This month, as part of our tips and tricks series, I'd like to focus on quads, staying safe around the use of quads. Okay, so what I'd like to talk about now is the centre of gravity. The centre of gravity, you might say any machine has a centre of gravity going in two directions. There'll be the longitudinal centre of gravity going through the bike this way and the lateral centre of gravity going across the bike in the centre of it in a given area where the weight is balanced. If that point there was the centre of gravity, if we put a hole right through the middle of the bike and picked it up on a rod, on a steel bar or something, that bike would balance perfectly. But if you put a slight weight on one side, it would start to rotate, so that changes the centre of gravity. So at the moment you can see this needle here is sitting on about 8 degrees. It's on a slight slope on the side here. So what I'm going to do is move it forward in a second and watch this come over, and we'll discuss it more. Now there is a third centre of gravity that we can talk about. Now this centre of gravity is the dynamic centre of gravity. Now if, for instance, you've all seen a motorbike go along, do a wheelie or stand on its nose and stop, now that's using the dynamic centre of gravity. They either take off so fast or stop so fast that all the weight goes to one end, which moves the centre of gravity either forward or backwards. So that's your dynamic centre of gravity. That's the one that can catch you out on these things. If you're going along a sidling and you hit it, it's already got a little bit of a slope on it, and you hit a bit of a bump that you didn't see in the long grass, that drop of the front wheel can make the centre of gravity, or the dynamic centre of gravity, all shift forward and downhill, and before you know it, you have rolled the vehicle over. So I'm going to move this forward and then we'll talk about it again. Right, I've moved the machine forward. Now you can see the needles are both moved over. This one's telling you the degrees, even though this is on it the wrong way, but it still gives you the degrees. It's sitting on about a 30 degree angle on that slope. Now, sitting on that, you feel like it's going to fall over on you. The truth is, it's actually not anywhere near rolling over just yet. So, the key to finding out that is when this bar here swings to the outside of the tread on the tyre is the rollover point. So, at this stage here, this bike is nowhere near actually falling over, although it does get a little bit light at this stage. So what you have to keep in mind though, when you get to these sorts of angles, is you're sitting on top of this. Now you might have the dogs on there, you might have a couple of bales of hay. If you're on that angle with anything above the centre of gravity, it's going to make it less stable. And if that weight comes out to one side, like a half full spray tank sloshing across, then that weight will all of a sudden drop downhill, and even at an angle like that can flip you over. So you need to be very aware of what goes above the seat on a quad. Moving loads are very hazardous. That can even come down to the likes of dogs. Spray tanks are probably the worst because that water is splashing backwards and forwards. Don't carry people on there. One of the worst things you can do is put somebody on that sitting on one side of it with their feet in one well. That seriously affects the stability of the machine. If for any reason you do have to carry two people, and it is actually legal now to carry them, say in emergency situations, but only at a very limited speed. So give us a yell, go online to www.trainingventures.co.nz and find out more about our fees free. Thanks very much. Until next month. Bye.